Hi, Poodle Doodles! Welcome back to What the Smut Book Reviews. I'm back with another video and another review for you lovelies. Today, I will be reviewing not one, not two, but 3 novels, okay? So, if you don't know what book this is, you have lived under a rock for the last 5 years? 7 years? 5 years? I don't know. Anyway, this book and its subsequent 2 other books, which have all 3 been made into 3 major motion pictures, was the dirty little secret of every suburban housewife in America for a hot minute. You could not turn a corner without seeing somebody holding this book. You could not get on the subway without seeing someone holding this book. You could not open a newspaper or go on a website or go on Facebook without seeing someone talking about this book. And I think the reason for that is because it somehow managed to become popular, as I said, with bored suburban housewives. I technically did not live in the suburbs at the time that I discovered this book. I was living in the Bronx. But I was a housewife who also worked full-time. So maybe not a housewife. And was I bored? I don't really have a life. So I was probably bored. I don't know. So when we discovered this book, and when I say we, I mean my friends, me and my friends, shout out to Jose, shout out to Kathleen, a shout out to Arlene, a shout out to, who else? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, there was a core group of us at my job at the time that decided that we were all going to read this novel together. Not together like out loud, because that would be weird. But together, like, you know, we were each going to pick up the book and we were going to read it. And then we were going to talk about what was going on. Because, you know, that's what people do who read romance novels. They bond over sex scenes. But this book and the series and the subsequent major motion picture films have been widely contested, controversial. Yeah, this entire series has been pretty controversial. So you have what we would dub vanilla-ish people who found it amazing. And oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe they're talking about stuff like this. Butt plug in this? You can't talk about stuff like this. And then you have the people who are like, oh my God, I've read 100 books that are way more graphic than this. And then you have those people who are actively in a dom-sub relationship or are active in their BDSM community, who came for these novels hardcore as being non-representative, not representative. They did not accurately portray the correct dom-sub relationship, okay? For the purpose of this review, we're not going to get into that particular controversial subject because I am not as well versed in real life dom-sub BDSM type style relationships. I'm not, like, I don't go to sex clubs. I don't do none of that because, you know, I'm a 35-year-old mother and wife. And I work 40 hours a week and I don't leave my house unless it's to eat takeout. So, we're going to discuss the books. We're going to discuss what I thought of the books. We're going to discuss the writing style. I'm going to read you guys little blurbs for each book. And I will give you the pertinent information should you want to pick these guys up if you haven't heard of them. If you haven't, I can only ask where you've been. Like, were you in a coma and you just woke up? And you're just not hearing about this? Because, come on. subtitles everywhere. Okay, so the author of these 3 novels is E.L. James. I believe she is a British author. The first book in the trilogy is called 50 Shades of Grey. The second book is called 50 Shades Darker, which is Hyun. And the third book is called 50 Shades Freed, which is Hyun. The total sum pages of all 3 novels is 1,629 pages. That's like 500 pages a piece. 514 pages in this one. I don't know if that includes a teaser for the next book though. Nope, does not. 514 pages. Doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it does look like it. Anyway. You can purchase the 3-pack set of paperback novels for all 3 books on Amazon, brand new right now for $23. You can get the Kindle and Nook books individually at 50 Shades of Grey $5.99 and the other 2 for $7.99 for the ebook downloads for those. Or you can get the full set used on eBay for about $10. So if you want to give these guys a shot and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't want to spend $23 on brand new books, and you don't mind used novels, eBay is your way to go. I buy all my books used from eBay, unless I find them at my local book dispensary, or there's another used bookstore that's close to me called Second and Charles. I don't know if you guys have that wherever you're watching from. But they have a pretty decent selection, and, you know, they're fairly priced, you know, like $3, $4 a novel. Not terrible. So the movies for these books were released in 2015, 2017, and 2018, respectively. They starred Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. This will probably be, and I know you guys are going to come for me for saying this, but I don't care because I have to speak my mind. Okay. This will probably be the only time, maybe the only time, that I will come out and say that I enjoyed the movies more than I enjoyed the books. Come for me if you like. That's the truth, and that's my opinion, okay? The books were okay for what they were. I was able to get immersed into the story, so I did enjoy the books, okay? Like, they were good for what they were. The writing style of the books may not be your cup of tea, depending on what other authors you have read. And I will say that in a nice way. I don't mean that to be bitchy, but I'm used to a more flowing, you know, writing style where it's very easy to get immersed in the story. It's very easy to become attached to the characters. And then for some reason, and maybe it was just me, for some reason in these books, I found the writing style very choppy. And I found it difficult to get immersed into the story or to become attached to the characters. By the end of the 3rd book, I felt the writing style had improved, so I can give credit where credit is due. I did think that it did get better. The story did get better. The writing style did get better. And I did begin to actually enjoy what I was reading. But in terms of coming up and saying, like, it was the most revolutionary novel I've ever read, no. No. In terms of saying it was the most graphically sexual novel I've ever read, again, no. If you're new to the romance genre, then these might be okay for you. You might find them scandalous. But for me, a seasoned smut reader and a connoisseur of lady porn, they did not do it for me. I'm so sorry, E.L. James. I apologize. But I won't say they were terrible. I won't say they were amazing. They kind of fall somewhere in the middle. If I had to compare writing styles, I would probably compare her writing style to Stephanie Meyer's, the author of the Twilight novels. At some point, I may review those, even though, again, those are young adult romance type novels. They're not really smut, like legit smut. But I don't know. We'll see. I do own the books, so we'll see how that goes. If for rating for all 3 books, I would probably give them 6.5. 6.5, 7, because again, they did get better. And I will really quick read you the blurb, which I did print on my printer paper, my double-sided printer paper, because I'm trying to conserve paper because I found 3 sheets of paper. I still haven't bought any paper. I do have a little blurb for each individual novel, which will tell you kind of how they flow and how they sync up and what have you with the story. So, the first one, which is 50 Shades of Grey, says, when college student Anastasia Steele goes to interview young entrepreneur Christian Grey, she encounters a man who is beautiful, brilliant, and intimidating. The unworldly Anna realizes she wants this man, and Grey admits he wants her too, but on his terms. When the couple embarks on a daring, passionate physical affair, Anna discovers Christian's secrets and explores her own desires. So, for the purpose of the first novel, essentially she's introduced to what this author considered a BDSM lifestyle. I have read other novels. If you go watch my review for Kresley Cole's The Professional, that particular novel does have elements of the BDSM lifestyle, which I think are more true to form for that particular type of lifestyle or that particular type of sexual, I don't know the fucking word that I want to use, genre or whatever. So if you're looking for a more accurate portrayal, I'm not going to say that it is the most accurate, but if you're looking for a more accurate portrayal, then you would probably enjoy The Professional by Kresley Cole much more than these books. But this first novel does introduce you to that particular type of lifestyle in the way that the author thought that lifestyle goes. 50 Shades Darker continues the story, and the blurb states, daunted by Christian's dark secrets and singular tastes, Anna has broken off their relationship to start a new career. But desire for Christian still dominates her every waking thought. They rekindle their searing sensual affair, and while Christian wrestles with his inner demons, Anna is forced to make the most important decision of her life. None of that was English, I know. 50 Shades Freed says, now Anna and Christian have it all. Love, passion, intimacy, wealth, and a world of possibilities for their future. But Anna knows that loving her 50 Shades will not be easy, and that being together will pose challenges that neither of them would anticipate. Just when it seems that their strength together will eclipse any obstacle, misfortune, malice, and fate conspire to turn Anna's deepest fears into reality. So you got a little villain in there, he's gonna come for the relationship. I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but I would say it's really no skin off your nose to give this book a shot. See how you like it. If you buy the first one, I would buy them individually. If you read the first one and you find it off-putting, or you don't like it, you don't like the writing style, you don't like the characters, because Anna is a little bit wishy-washy and a lot whiny. Christian is also a little bit wishy-washy and kind of tries to portray that alpha male, but without actually really 100% succeeding. That sounds really critical to say, but that's just my opinion. I would say buy the first one. If you like it, buy the second and third books. You can't go wrong, especially if you buy used. It's only a few dollars. It's only a few days of your time, or a week, or however long it takes you to get through a book. I'm sorry I'm doing this because my nose is itchy and I feel like I need to sneeze. The movies, I did enjoy the movies a lot more than the books, and that's saying something. I don't think I've ever said that I like a movie better than I liked the book if the movie was based on a novel that I read. Like Harry Potter, for instance. We won't go there because it's going to start a whole thing. But almost exclusively, the book is better than the movie. I think most of us can agree on that. They're more detailed. You can't squash 600 pages worth of stuff into an hour and a half, 2-hour film. Some stuff's going to get cut. Some stuff might get changed just to make the movie cohesive. Like, it is what it is. So in this one case, I can honestly say I liked the movies better than I liked the books. I like Jamie Dornan. He's very, if you've ever seen him in The Fall, he's a serial killer. How's a serial killer so hot? Stop doing this. Stop portraying serial killers as wildly attractive human beings. It's fucking with my brain. Okay? But it also has Gillian Anderson in it. Scully from X-Files. My favorite show ever. And she's amazing. So, not at all what this video is about. Thank you, my lovelies, for joining me for another video. I really appreciate you guys being here and watching. And if you've made it this far, leave a heart down in the comments, or just leave me a comment that says, I watched your stupidity for a full 37 minutes or however fucking long this video is going to turn out to be. Okay? If you liked this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will have a banner, hopefully, somewhere down here at the bottom with all of my social media tags on it. Pretty much everything is under What the Smut. I have a Facebook group, What the Smut Book Reviews, and I am on Instagram and Twitter under what_the_smut. Okay? Please join me. I would love to see you guys posting about anything smut related. It doesn't have to be about my reviews, but I'd love to see you guys posting stupid memes with each other and, you know, having chit chats about what books you like and what authors you like. And if you have any suggestions on authors that you'd like for me to review, please leave that in the comments below as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. What the Smut Book Reviews. Back with another one, and I'm doing the finger banging again. Stop. Stop. Okay, it's getting cut. It's all getting cut. Messing with my hair. Messing with my hair in the meantime, in between takes. But this is actually a take, so we got to get down to the business. Back when it first came out? Maybe a year after it came out? I don't know. I don't know time frames. Time is, it's ambiguous to me. Every day is like the next day and the day before. This video is going to be Charlotte Interruptus 2.0. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so I don't know how much of that was recording and how much was not recording. I was probably talking to myself for about 8 minutes because I didn't hear the little ding and the battery light is flashing on my freaking remote. So I may have just said all of that for nothing. Let me start over. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. My eyes are watering. My eyes are watering again from the ridiculousness. Okay. Choking. The Unworldly Anna? Anna. Yeah. Why do I want to call her Anna? I don't know. Anyway, I would recommend. I already said all of this, so I'm not going to say it again. Fuck it. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what time it is. I'm supposed to be picking up my husband from work. I just decided on a whim to throw on some makeup and try and record a video. like an hour before I had to leave, and I'm pretty sure I've been in this room for an hour. At least. So, oops. Richard, if you're seeing this later on YouTube, and you're actually watching this, you know what happened, why I was like 20 minutes late picking you up. Okay, maniacal laughter aside, I'm gonna stop. Because this has already been going on for 12 minutes. And I had a previous cut of the video that was at least like 6-7 minutes. Why are these videos getting longer? Why are they getting longer? Nobody's gonna watch me for half an hour review a book. I gotta trim. I gotta trim it down. Stay on track.